Hi everyone, Project Pig here and welcome to the very first Project Point review, bringing the views of project professionals for project professionals. So we start with Managing Successful Programs, or otherwise known as MSP, by Axelos. So what is MSP, I hear you say? Well, according to Axelos.com, MSP is an established best practice program management framework designed to align programs and projects to organizational strategy and enable enterprise agility. MSP focuses on the delivery of outcomes of benefit while mitigating risk and actively engaging stakeholders. MSP consists of a set of principles, themes and processes that provide a clear roadmap for the program lifecycle, including larger, more strategic, complex and/or multiple projects. Now, before I go into give an overall rating, let's look at the individual elements. First of all, I'm going to talk about course content. Now, I was provided with a copy of the latest edition of MSP publication ahead of the course, which is a real advantage, allowed me to look at it and understand what it is before I actually enter the course. And it's broken down into 3 sections: principles, themes and processes, as you can see on the screen there. They've got to be followed in the order presented as they lead into each other, basically drilling down through the next level of detail for each element. The difficulty with the structure is that some of the elements of the program repeat in more than one section. In fact, I think all of them probably do. For example, risk appears in multiple themes and multiple processes. You could say this is obvious, as this is the reality of program delivery, right? However, it makes following the logic of the framework very difficult for anyone new to it. Now, the courses are offered as Fundamentals, which is a 3-day course, and Practitioner, which is a 2-day course, which can be taken separately or as a 5-day straight through course. Although there's obvious benefit of continuing through both stages directly, whilst the fundamental is fresh in your mind as you start the practitioner session, but it depends on your own individual learning style as to whether this is the preferred route. Now, overall, for course content, I give 5 stars. So now thinking about how the course is assessed, there's a final exam at the end of each stage being foundation or practitioner, both of which are heavily reliant on your knowledge of the handbook and the framework. Therefore, being able to segregate elements of each theme and process is essential, but pretty tricky. Now, the foundation exam lasts 1 hour, closed book. It has 60 multiple choice questions with a 60% pass mark, which is 34 correct answers. The practitioner exam now is 2.5-hour exam. Open book, but only using the MSP publication, but you can annotate it, you can put your notes inside it as long as it's only the MSP publication. There are 70 multiple choice questions with a 60% pass mark, which means 42 correct answers. Now, I completed the exams online by proctor, and although the exams are multiple choice, I found the difficulty with them is that many of the options given for answers could actually be correct. Therefore, unless you have the manual imprinted in your memory, which is pretty unlikely in that 3 to 5 day program, you'll need to rely on your experience to establish the most appropriate, thus correct answers. However, although the Axelos guidance states a prerequisite that you must pass the foundation before sitting the practitioner exam, it does not restrict you from continuing your study of the program. In fact, you can complete the program for both without taking an exam as long as you have the exams booked. Positive is that you don't need to prove you've passed the foundation before progressing to practitioner. This is important as booking suitable slots for exams online was hugely frustrating, and unless you're willing to take an exam at a wholly unsociable hours, I mean on some cases you were talking earlier hours of the morning, as in 2 AM, 3 AM, etc. It was impossible to complete them in a timely manner to support the continuation of the studies. All in all, as far as assessment's concerned, I give a 4-star. Now, I completed the course through a company called QA.com, whom I would highly recommend as a provider. The course was a hybrid delivery, a mix of in-class and remote attendees. I was remote. The course leader was extremely knowledgeable in the MSP framework and therefore delivered the course extremely well in a logical manner which I found easy to follow despite not being in the classroom. Each day was kept on some schedule, whilst at the same time ensuring the content was understood. Tasks are given as homework each evening, but were more of ensuring the day had been understood than additional learning, therefore not too taxing, but be ready for your evenings to be disrupted. Overall for course delivery, I give it 5 stars. As with any theoretical model or framework, rarely does it align directly with real life situations, therefore will always need to be taken in such a context. In other words, it's a great framework to guide the project or program manager through program delivery, but it'll need to be tailored to your individual program needs. Therefore, for applicability, I allocate it or give it 4 stars. All in all, I found MSP a very engaging and highly interesting framework for any P3M professional, regardless of whether you're project, portfolio or program orientated. It was well delivered, but that's going to depend on your provider, well structured and logical approach to program management. You don't need to be an experienced program manager to successfully complete the course. However, you will need to have a good level of project, program or portfolio experience behind you to keep up with the content. Be warned, it is not for the beginner. Therefore, as an overall rating, I highly recommend it at 5 stars. Please don't forget to subscribe. It's free after all. Just press the subscribe button below. Why not give us a like? Or maybe share with others. By the way, do you know about projectpointhub.com, the parent site that I have, where you can connect with other professionals, graduates, students alike, and utilize the many great resources available to support you in your P3M journey. And as we do so, thinking about social and environmental sustainability of our people and our planet. There's loads of great resources on there. We have blogs, vlogs, and peer-to-peer messaging. There's a library of documents to upload and download, CPD logs, loads of fantastic things for you to use and enjoy. Big thanks to you all out there for watching and listening. It really is appreciated. This would not be possible without you. Speak again soon.